From the Northway Bank Online Newsroom, I'm Gare McKenzie. This local and regional news update is brought to you by Northway Bank. Get big savings close to home with Northway Bank's Community Sense digital coupon book, filled with valuable money-saving coupons from hundreds of Northway Bank business customers. Visit northwaybank.com for more info. Northway Bank with 17 locations throughout New Hampshire. The people you know, the bank you trust, member FDIC, equal housing lender. A New Hampshire Fish and Game officer says he's on his way to a campground east of Mount Madison to join a search effort for a person who's reportedly missing on or near the mountain. Conservation Officer Alex Lupchansky says he was told to report to the Dolly Cop Campground off Route 16 just south of Gorham this morning. Lupchansky was unable to provide details about the incident, but he says the search for the missing person began last night. A team of 8 people is swimming the 7-mile length of New Hampshire's Squam Lake to raise money for loon preservation. The 8th annual swim benefits the Loon Preservation Committee's Squam Lake Loon Initiative. The project's aimed at increasing monitoring and research to help the loons, which have declined dramatically on the lake since 2005. The Madison School District is installing an electronic access control and video monitoring system at Madison Elementary School. SAU 13 Superintendent Lou Guzinski says Madison voters approved a warrant article in March to spend up to $12,000 on the project. He says December's mass shootings at Sandy Hook Elementary School in Newtown, Connecticut, weighed heavily on the minds of school board members who suggested the installation.
Well, essentially, the access control system is a swipe card that would be put on a couple of different doors for staff to enter, but those doors would be locked. Cameras would be on those entry areas and exit areas to monitor who's approaching the building and leaving the building.
Kosinski says installing the system was also one of the recommendations from security experts after they conducted a no-cost assessment at the Village Road School in April.
I invited in local emergency officials, state officials, gentlemen from Homeland Security, and also a facilities management person from the New Hampshire Department of Education. That has been helpful, so that really supported what the school board wanted to do, what the voters approved, and it's in line with the thinking at Homeland Security.
2 companies have already submitted proposals, and they'll be accepted until early Monday afternoon before being opened and considered by members of the school board. In Maine news, Maine's Education Commissioner is defending the state's school grading system after the resignation of a Florida school chief. Stephen Bowen said in a statement yesterday, the public availability of information about the grading system for Maine schools ensures the system's integrity and effectiveness. Florida Education Commissioner Tony Bennett resigned yesterday, 3 days after the Associated Press revealed he changed the grade of a charter school run by a Republican donor during his previous job as chief of Indiana schools. Bennett headlined Republican Governor Paul LePage's education conference in March. Bowen praises Bennett as a, quote, trailblazing education leader whose reforms, quote, remain a model to the nation. Maine schools were given grades for the first time this year. The next round of report cards for schools will be released in the spring. In sports, New Hampshire Fisher Cat Jack Murphy collected 3 hits, including a homer yesterday afternoon in Maryland, but the Cats were edged 4-3 by the Bowie Bay Sox. And after the start of the game was delayed for more than 2 hours because of rain, Richmond left fielder Javier Herrera got a walk-off RBI single in the 10th inning last night in Richmond to give his Flying Squirrels a 6-5 win over the Portland Sea Dogs and a sweep of that 3-game series. Organizers of the TD Beach to Beacon 10K running race in Cape Elizabeth, Maine, want to make sure runners keep Boston in their thoughts. The Portland Press Herald reports the starting horn for tomorrow's race will be sounded by Karen Rand, a former Westbrook resident who lost her left leg in one of the 2 bombings at the finish line of the Boston Marathon April 15th. And the Red Sox came back to beat the Mariners 8-7 last night and sweep Seattle in the 3-game series. In the weather today, cloudy with a chance of rain this morning, then partly sunny with a chance of showers with isolated thunderstorms this afternoon. Highs in the mid-70s, upper 70s in southern Carroll County with light winds. Partly cloudy tonight, lows in the mid-50s, upper 50s in southern Carroll County, and partly sunny on Saturday. A chance of showers in the morning, highs in the mid-70s. From the Northway Bank Online Newsroom, I'm Gare McKenzie.